Okay, so in this video I'm going to talk through the top 10 things and maybe a few more of things that you should not do here on the beaches in Mallorca. But when it comes to what to wear over here in Mallorca, well, what can you get away with wearing on the beaches? So while nudism isn't actually technically illegal, going nude and causing an offence on some of these popular tourist beaches, which are lifeguarded and often policed, is. So if you do want to go to a nudist beach, then there are beaches on the island that you can go to. Estranc Beach is one of them, and there are various other beaches around the island too, as well as the ones down in Port Fells. And you can check out some videos and some links in the description text below this video if that is something that you are interested in doing. However, on the other side of the coin as well, going topless is perfectly fine. It's something that's happened in Spain for absolutely years, so don't worry too much about that, whichever beach you may be on. And also, I have had a question on my website too, also about wearing burkinis as well on the beaches here in Mallorca. Well, we don't have the same controversial issues going on over here in Spain that you do get in France, so if you do want to wear a burkini on the beach, that's also perfectly acceptable. I think the word is actually wear whatever makes you feel comfortable on the beaches. If you want to wear a bikini, a burkini, or you want to go topless, that's absolutely fine on these main tourist beaches that are lifeguarded in all the main resorts. If you want to be nudist, then head on to some of the more specialised nudist beaches that we do have here on the island. But the main message is here, just don't cause offence, otherwise you could end up getting yourselves a €700 fine. The same thing goes if you're visiting Palma to sightseeing or any of the other towns. If you're in your beach clothes, you've just come off the beach, please make sure you're wearing clothes into the cities. I have heard of travellers over here, I've heard of tourists actually being pulled up by the locals and locals having a go at them and telling them to get dressed as well if you're visiting any of the sites here in Palma or in any of the towns too. So the main message here is keep your beach dress for the beach. Keep your bikinis, keep your beach shorts, keep your swimwear for the beach, and just wear clothes if you're going out sightseeing anywhere else on the island. Now we can see here that there's loads of beach chairs and beach umbrellas out on the beaches now at the moment. But if you are going out late at night, you're having a few drinks, maybe down here in Magaluf or maybe in any of the other resorts, don't be tempted to come down and fall asleep on the beach. These sunbeds are for the next day use, which also leads me on to my next point, in that camping is actually illegal down here in Mallorca. You're not allowed to camp on the beaches. So don't get caught by the police sleeping on the sunbeds overnight. This could be classed as camping, and you could also be landed with a rather nasty €1,500 fine. Now, even worse than that is picking up a €3,000 fine too if you do try and have a barbecue on the beach. Don't even attempt that during the summer months either, because it's completely illegal. And there is one tiny exception to this, and that's on the Noche de San Juan, and that's the night of San Juan, which takes place on the 23rd of June. Now you're going to see bonfires on all the beaches around the island. You're going to see lit candles as well on the beaches around the island too. It's a local tradition where people come down to celebrate the night of San Juan. They jump over the fires and they run into the sea at midnight, so go ahead and take part in that, but just remember throughout the rest of the year, do not light any bonfires on the beaches. So as we're coming along the beachfront here on Magaluf Beach, you can see I'm just coming up to some showers here. Now these showers are free to use for you to wash off all the sand and the seawater when you leave the beach. However, don't even be tempted to use shower gel or shampoo or any kind of other chemicals in this shower. You could also land up with a really nasty fine if you do so. And that fine can be up to €750. So my next don't down here on the beaches in Mallorca is do not underestimate the strength of the sun. I mean, it's only May here. I'm having to wear my hat. It's just really super hot in the sunshine, even though the air temperature hasn't peaked at 30 degrees just yet. It will do as we head on into June, July and August, so watch out for that. But at the same time, with this heat, just make sure that you stay hydrated. Do not get dehydrated on the beaches. Don't just drink alcohol. I'm sounding like your mum here. It's probably because I am a mum, but make sure you drink water too if you're coming on down to the beaches, and also don't forget your sun cream too. Okay, so next up we're going to talk about lifeguards on beaches. Now, do not let these lifeguards give you a false sense of security if you're coming to the beaches here in Mallorca. However, let's just take a quick pan round here. Now, during the summer months, you're going to get hundreds of people down here on this side of the beach. We're going to get hundreds of people down this side of the beach as well. Now, we've got one lifeguard covering this entire area. While it's great that we do have lifeguards on the beaches, do not think for one second that they're going to see everything that's going to go on in the water. So just as an example here, you can see the lifeguard tower is all the way over in the middle of the beach. I can see we've got some swimmers all the way down here at the far end of Magaluf beach here. I can pretty much guarantee that that lifeguard has absolutely no idea that we've got swimmers over here on this side of the beach in the water. So if you're coming out here, just take extra care if you're going out swimming. If you're not a strong swimmer, make sure if you're going in the water that you can stand up where you're going into. You know, and the same goes for hotel pools too. You're going to have lifeguards at most of the hotel pools on the island as well. But these lifeguards aren't responsible for looking after your children when they're around the pools, or the lifeguards on the beach as well are not responsible for looking after your kids as well while they're playing in the water. So just bear that in mind. Don't forget as well that beaches here in Mallorca are only lifeguarded between the 1st of May and the 31st of October. And the lifeguards are normally out between around sort of 9:30, 10 a.m. onto about 6 p.m. Maybe a little bit later in the summer, depending how busy it is. Okay, so depending where you are going on your holiday in Mallorca, and if you are a smoker, then just bear in mind that there's some beaches here on the island where you cannot smoke. Now, I'm talking about, just off the top of my head, Escargador Beach or Porto Novo Beach in Palma Nova. I'm also talking about Playa Romana over in Peguera too. So make sure that you don't smoke on the beaches, and if you are smoking on any of the other beaches around the island, do not leave your cigarette butts in the sand as well. You can get a really, really nasty fine for littering too, so bear that in mind too. Okay, so this is one of my biggest bugbears on the beaches here in Mallorca, and it's when you're actually going to the beach and getting your spot on the sand. Now, please don't do this, okay? Just have a little bit of respect for other people on the beaches. Don't just sit right in front of somebody on the sand. It's so annoying. Now, the beaches here, I know they're crowded as well, but there's no need to literally get onto the beach and plonk yourself down in front of other people on the beach to give them a whole new view of the water, and that being your back as well, which isn't great. So make sure if you're going to the beaches, just maybe sit a little bit to the left or to the right to the person that you're about to sit in front of. Alternatively, sit right on the seashore and then no one can block your view. Now, we don't seem to have that problem down here on the very big and very beautiful Magaluf beach today. There's loads of room on the sand down here. But just bear this in mind, particularly if you're going out to visit some of the smaller coves, especially those over in Calador. So my final little bit of advice today about things not to do on the beaches in Mallorca is just do not bring all your valuables to the beach. And I'm talking about passports, I'm talking about all your money as well, and even your wallet too, and your phone. If you are going to the beach, try and use one of the security boxes that you do have on some of the beach umbrellas over here. If not, check out a waterproof phone case or a waterproof bum bag, which you can get in my holiday shop, and I'll put the link to that in the description text below this video. But the most important thing that you need to do when you do come here on holiday is to have fun on the beaches, because the beaches here, and as you can see behind me, are absolutely amazing here on the island, and you do have so much to look forward to if you're coming here on the holiday. Now, if you want to find out more about looking after your valuables on the beaches, then do check out this video here, which will soon be appearing on YouTube. Don't forget too, you can also find me in the Facebook group and on my Instagram, also called Mallorca Under the Sun. There's tons of advice as well and things to book too on my website on majorcaunderthesun.com. Thanks very much for watching everyone, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Goodbye for now.